Gillespie comes in for James Anderson.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And Nene with the stuff.
Well, it's obvious the difference in this quarter has been their dominance on the offensive boards.
He had plenty of second chance points. Also keeps the opponent out of transition, not resting on their lead, staying active.
You know, when you look at DeMarcus Cousins, he's clearly one of the more talented and also one of the most emotional players in the game. He's also one of the most teed up.
Yeah, talking about Cousins' top 5 in technical fouls in each of his first 5 seasons. Among other things, that's given away a ton of free points, guys, to the opposition.
Yeah, DeMarcus is working hard to control that temper, and he knows it's important for the team. But it's hard to plug a volcano.
Still trailing, but their offense is off life support here in the second quarter. It's got a pulse.
Good point, Clark. They're starting to make some shots, looking to try and get back in this one.
The shot by Nene, no good.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Cousins, no one around him. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Can't get it to go. And we're through. And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first 2 quarters. Look at John Wall. What a contribution so far.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
Take a look at what John Wall's done. He's got 10 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
The talented Wall and Beal team up in the backcourt. Nene and Gortat team up in the paint. And it's Dudley in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 on the 4 for the Wizards.
And one thing about Ben McLemore, he can be an absolute lights-out shooter. Last season was a big improvement over his rookie campaign. Up in field goal, 3-point, and free throw accuracy, really just scratching the surface in terms of his potential.
To the paint. Beal can't get it to go.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
Wizards trail by 3. It's stolen by McLemore. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That's foul number 2. For him.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. The defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Anderson, he's checked in for Casper. And Curry subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Well, last season, Greg, another year without playoff basketball in Sacramento. Ashamed to see some of the best fans in the NBA not be a part of the postseason.
And it's a great point, Kevin. Now, 9 straight years where the Kings have failed to make the postseason. 29-win seasons aren't going to get you very far when you're battling in the West.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. Sacramento making some changes. Koufos comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Bellinelli in for McLemore. Wall, that's good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
And, you know, you mentioned the 9 straight years without a playoff appearance for the Kings. Their last trip was in 2006. And since then, they've been rebuilding. That's the second longest playoff drought in the NBA.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Wall draws the double.
That's a jump ball.
So it's Sacramento. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm.
Well, if the Kings do make it back to the playoffs, you know they'll be dangerous. Their fans have been through so much the last few seasons. They really deserve to see a team in postseason contention. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going in this quarter.
And Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. Timeout. Into the lineup for the Kings. Aubrey Cassidy. Timeout is charged for Washington.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Verizon Center, give it up for your Wizard Girls. How about that, fans? Your Wizard Girls. Go on, give them a hand. Timeout is charged for Washington.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Timeout is charged for Washington.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over.
How about that, fans? Your Wizard Girls. Go on, give them a hand.
And Washington has possession. A 2-point game. Wall with it. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity.
The third quarter comes to a close. It's the Wizards leading by 6. We'll be back shortly live from the Verizon Center. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. On the court for Sacramento, Kufis out there with Caspi. It's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Curry. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Was there any doubt what he was going to do with that putback?
You know what? He wasn't going to wait around for any help on that break.
Solo Soiree performance all the way. How about that for a little bit of a limerick?
I'm going to let it slide.
Into the lineup for the
McLemore's checked in for Curry.
Ben McLemore.
Kufis inside. Gortat covering.
Points.
Count the bucket.
Costa
A
Kufis.
key rebound there, but they can do a little better on the glass here down the stretch.
Guys, it's been their weakness to this point in the game, but they're still alive.
Into the lineup for the Kings.
Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Costa Kufis.
Willie Cauley-Stein.
And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Wall dishes to Dudley. Nene into the lane. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. far, he has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. They trail by 10. We've got 1:55 left to play here in the 4th. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey guys, well George Karl had some advice for the team in that last huddle. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And Wall kicks to Beal. No good on the triple.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
There's McLemore. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Really an extraordinary game for McLemore. He's got 10 points and a steal.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Wizards.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Beal pulls it in.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them. Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Wizards leading by 12. And Wall with the slam.
And really, I like the fact that even with the big lead, they never coasted.
To me, that's a sign of a really good team, Greg, because you should always be playing against the game and yourself. I know there's an opponent out there, but when you have a lead, it's all about continuing to execute. Do what you do and stay true to that. And I like that aggressiveness and full speed ahead kind of attack that they have.
Kicks to Nene. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Well, I tell you what, Nene is a man among boys down low. Remarkable physical power. And he's also got a tough mentality about him. Just a real rugged individual.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings.
And, you know, guys, Marco Bellinelli really hit his stride 2 seasons ago. He was way up across the board as a shooter and assist man. Even his rebounding had improved over his career averages. But then last year, he took a bit of a step back.
Easy the pass to Collison. Good ball movement here by the Kings. The shot is off. Some solid defense there by Nene. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
Sure can, because they've earned the win.
Here's Bellinelli, covered by Wall. Beal with the steal. And here's the fast break. Beal leading the way. Here's Wall. It's in.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let